Like I'd actually kind of delivered a couple of babies throughout my career, but by this stage I was a bit more confident with it. Got called to a birth, walked through by myself once again, had a look, and there was just this lady on the stairs, and there was just the Indian husband there. Anyway, so the head was out, and the Indian man was there like absolutely distraught. He's got blood all over his face everywhere, in absolute chaotic panic. And I just come in and I was like, oh, I love situations like this. You know, the messier the better, and the more chaos that it is, because just being able to walk in with a calm, cool, collected kind of attitude gives me like a little, whoo, that feels nice. So anyways, I could see how much of a panic he was, and I literally just said to him, I was like, look, mate, the hard work is done. You be good at cricket, yeah? Yeah. All you've got to do is just guide the baby out. You can deliver your own child. Pretty cool experience. Like, so let's just make it happen. Take a few deep breaths. We're going to connect with mum and make this happen, because this is your special moment you're going to remember for the rest of your life.
You're a fucking top bloke, man.
So what am I going to do different? Nothing. If something goes wrong, okay, then I'll intervene. I'll make a few movements, a few adjustments, throw the legs up, bada bing, bada bang, slip out, done. But in this circumstance, it was all normal, and it was progressing normally. So he went from being in absolute state of, like, don't know what to do, to kind of elation, cool, calm, relax, and like, this is sweet. And then he delivered the baby, got him to, clamp the cords, cut the placenta, and after that, I just said to him before we go to the hospital, I was like, oh, look, do you just want to clean your face up? Got a bit of blood. And he goes, I do not care. I'm very, very proud. I was like, yeah, that'll do me. Let's go.
He's a wannabe cowboy, a budgie smuggling sensation, possibly time traveller with all the looks and fashions he sponsors. A mo to give mine a run for its money. Quite the body. Most adore and showing off his hard work. Loves the camera in front of it and behind it. Could pinch himself with some of the, let's get to the next page, the photos he's had to take and compose himself for. I'm talking about the stuff like some of the girls you've had to compose yourself for.
Oh, yes.
And the cars.
It's an absolute tough gig out there, living the high life with expensive cars, the most beautiful women in the world, at the absolute best locations. Whew.
That's why I said you've had to compose yourself. He's a once paramedic that could save you, but now drop dead handsome. Please help me welcome Jay Fit.
Oh, I've heard it all, mate. Drop dead gorgeous, eh?
Drop dead gorgeous. I thought the plug was good, He'll save your life, but then you might just drop dead because he's that handsome. So
you know what Mum said to me a number of years ago?
What?
She goes, listen up here, Jay. You can fix a body, but you can't fix an ugly head. So here we are. We've worked on that, and I'm pretty happy with the results.
Your mum, she's quite comical?
Oh, she's hilarious. She's an absolute dream, that woman.
Well, tell me about the dream. I'll tell you my dream woman, my mum too, and you tell me about your mum.
Oh, there's just absolutely no barriers in terms of the conversations we have.
Right.
And the attempts at stuff that she'll do. I took her out skating last year down the park and cruising along. She's like getting on towards 65 now. And the courage of that woman just be like, oh, you want to go skating, Mum? Yeah, sweet. Jump on, I'll hold your hand. Let's rock and roll, baby. And she's just all about it. Yeah. Always asking me about women.
Really?
Yeah, helping me in my career. Really motivating me, just any aspect.
What did she do? What was her thing? Was she, besides a lot of sometimes full-time mums, sometimes single mums, I don't know what kind of mum she was, but did she have a career? What was her thing? Yeah,
she's worked at the bank.
Did
a heap of variety shit, yeah.
Okay.
But just in terms of the person that she is and the drive that she's given me and the support is just like no other, I'm a real mummy's boy these days.
You got any brothers, sisters?
Yep, got a older sister, and she's an absolute wizard because we're polar opposites. Essentially, she's the brains, I'm the brawn.
Right. What does she do?
She does a variety of different stuff as well. Essentially, she started out working as executive officer for Taronga Zoo.
Nice.
Now she's progressed.
That's why she'd be perfect with you. Have a brother. Taronga Zoo would.
All the animals, yeah, I
She'd
know.
just walk in there and go, oh, hang on. I've been with my brother for like so many decades. I mean, far out, I could get on with these animals. But
Yeah, but she's literally out there saving the animals and rainforests while I was saving the people. So between the duo of us, we were there to kind of conquer the world in some ways, I guess.
And you get on well with her?
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, we used to fight out the back when we were younger, and used to literally get thrown outside and be like, you two just have your time. And that was from the country days. But
where did you grow up?
Tiny little country town called Mount Beauty. Cream of the crop out there, I'll tell you what.
You sound like a country boy now that I think it. Chris, I'll be honest with you. I think country people, like I had a shop in the city. I've mentioned it. I got it when I was 30. I told you I was a network engineer. At 30, I decided I wanted to be a businessman. So I thought, buy a shop. And I was selling health food. I was selling protein shakes, smoothies. It looked like a Boost juice. I started at the same time. She started in 2000. I started in 2000. And I wanted to franchise it, but I had some partners that just didn't want to grow with me, which is funny enough. That's usually what happens. But every single nice customer, communicated well customer, go-get customer, under the radar customer was a country person.
Yeah.
Like I'd go, where you from? They go, country. I go, where? Every city slicker was just fucking spoke too much.
100%.
Showed off too much, complacent. I'm a city kid.
Yeah.
But I used to, I go, where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Every time they said country, I go, I knew it. And they just spoke well. They communicated well. They had time with you. They opened up more. It's like they weren't. It was like they wanted to take on the world, but they weren't afraid to share it or talk about it or what they were going to do. We're city people. I think we're all like, don't tell the guy next to me what we're doing because he might take our ideas or he might. I don't know what it is, but country people are amazing.
It's funny you say that because I lived in London for a number of years.
Yep.
While I was over there, I'd come from Mount Beauty to Bathurst, both country towns essentially.
Yeah, yes.
Moved to London, the Big Smoke.
Yeah.
While I was there, I'd walk down the street, say g'day to people, and they'd almost look at me like, "You all right, mate?"
G'day.
And I was like, "Oh, well, it doesn't happen around here." But out in the country, that's what you do. You say g'day, how you going, mate? What's cracking on? And then that's just such a normal thing to do. And
I've already warmed to you, man. You are tops. I love it.
Yeah,
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your percent. That is so cool, man. And well, since we're talking about lasers, I'm talking about my mum too. I mean, I guess it's funny, she just believed in everything. Any idea I had, she believed in it. And the funny thing was, when I was doing bodybuilding, not to compete, just for summer, I would say to her, listen, it's 3 months out before summer. I need to eat lean. I need this, I need that, I need this. I'm like 18 years old. Like I'm still at home, right? 19. And she go, so what do you need? I said, I need veal. I need chicken breast. I need it cooked and grilled, not fried. I need I need lemon and this and rice, just water. And she did everything I wanted to the point I was telling everybody, you know how everyone eats eggs in the morning?
mm-hmm.
Picture 10 years, egg whites every morning, 6, to the point where my mum says, fuck Coles. The farmer used to come with a truck and we used to unload pallets of eggs in the garage. Like I know everyone refrigerated and my mum said, what the fuck? In the garage, boxes of eggs.
Yeah.
Because she goes, I can't afford him.
Yeah.
I can't afford this bastard.
Yeah.
So, and she also, I used to wax my body, but sometimes I used to get certain.
What's going on here?
I saw you. Look at you, Sue. No, I've actually lasered my body, and I feel like I've been violated. they bent me over. I was naked completely, and don't know.
Why don't you have more of a smile on your face? That's what I want to know.
Oh, because I've been violated in many ways, but that's another story. So the thing is, I've actually had a great life. Not really, but anyway, that's another story. But what I'm alluding to is, if I said to my mum, "Look, you need to get behind my hammies where the glutes are. I need you to use, Vit, the cream."
Yeah.
Okay, can you get there and
get rid of that hair?
I'm going to the Gold Coast tomorrow, and I need to get rid of that hair. Fucking, I bend over, stretch the skin, and she'd fucking like wax me and take hair off me. That's what kind of, she was a great mum.
How good are mums?
They're good. And she told me, they're great. Hey, my mum's dead actually. Sorry about that. But hey, mum. Hey. Hey. No, but and also a good piece of advice since we've got Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Chris, we've mentioned it. Robert Kiyosaki, can we get some sponsorships, please? But the thing is, she said to me that if you don't have debt, and not just money debt to life, she goes, you'll do nothing. She goes, you need to owe. When you go out to pay your debts, she goes, you'll make money and be rich. And that's how I roll. So I'm not afraid to take a leap into something, invest into something. And it's not money alone. Even this podcast, I mean, everything. It's not, I don't want to think about it. I've got to invest in it. So she tells me, if you don't invest in it, you're not going to make any money.
100%.
You know? So there's some advice with our mums. Well, thanks, mums. Pretty good. And your sister. Won't talk about mine. Anyway, did we train today? And what did we train?
Today I didn't train actually. Today is my day off.
Oh, explain days off.
So yeah, for me it was just a case of getting up, you have a coffee, go for a coastal walk.
Nice.
And
I think I saw that.
Yeah,
Chris had posted one too.
Beautiful. But on those days off, I really focus on the mentality aspect. So you go through a week, you know, training can be tough sometimes, but in those days off, you really have to consciously focus on your own personal development and work out what you're going to do in terms of, you know, your goals down the track, your mentality of how to improve that, you know, podcasts in terms of like relationships, love languages, all sorts of things. So rather than just focusing on the aspect of the physical components, the mental components are just as important. So for me, just drilling and honing into those aspects not only helps me to be a happier, fun person, but it also allows my training to be adapted in that kind of way of similar to David Goggins' mentality. He's got so many screws loose, but having just some kind of things that do focus on those disciplines, I guess.
Well, David Goggins said something recently which made me a bit emotional, and I sent it to my girlfriend, who I was watching at the same time. I said, if you want to know kind of what I'm about, he mentioned David Goggins said, he goes, some people don't understand what friends are. He goes, and I don't have many friends. But he goes, when my friend tells me he's down in the dumps and he's not good and he's in a dark place or whatever, not even that bad, he goes, I ring the motherfucker at 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, get up, I'm here.
Yep.
So he goes, I turn up. He goes, guess what we're going to do? We're going to go do some exercise. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to have breakfast.
Yep.
Guess what we're going to do? I'm going to hang out all day with you. And then when I do leave, I'm going to check up with you at night. I'm going to spend the whole fucking day with you. You're not getting away with this. The whole day. It's not just a phone call.
Yeah.
He's fucking in.
Yeah.
He's getting him up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
He's like saying, we're moving. And that's kind of like, no one likes that, but that's what I like. And that's what I'd like to be, or give someone that.
100%.
I'm going to come in, I'm going to shake you, man, but we're going to have the best day. You're not going to say, what the fuck did we get up to today?
That's exactly right.
But isn't it true? Like, he was saying, I dive in and I dive into it, but he goes, but if you're not there for me, I don't want you. If you're not going to shake me up, what I need you as a friend.
Yep.
And it's true. And I guess I don't have many friends, to be honest. And it's not because I don't want friends. I would have a drink with you because I would, without sounding strange, I would love to have a drink with you and care about you.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yep.
And enjoy a drink and care about you straight away. Like, I don't need a practice run with you.
Yeah.
But if you have flaws and they start showing themselves, I'll just walk away because I spent a bit of time with you, but I'm not going to sit there and wait. Is he a good bloke?
Yeah.
Is he going to be nice to me? I just want to get in and
Yeah.
get the fuck out if I feel like I shouldn't be here.
And that's exactly right.
You know what I
and
mean?
you know, in those environments when you're allowed to be yourself,
Yeah.
and you feel most comfortable, that's the place you want to be. And then I think, as you were saying before about Goggins' way of just being so active and kind of at the forefront of everything, I've kind of adapted that mindset over the past few years in terms of like taking accountability for your actions, as well as not having a victim mindset. It's like, yeah, bad shit happens, really bad stuff, you know? That's how it is. And yeah, okay, you're allowed to go through your process of grieving for a couple of days or a week, but to carry on in life with that and just continually reflect on that negative aspect just won't get you anywhere. So it's literally about, you know, going balls for wall and then taking kind of responsibility for that and how you feel, and then going, I'm going to make a change about this, and then just putting the foot down and cracking on with it.
Something came to my mind. I haven't really mentioned it on a podcast, but I'll mention it now since we're talking. And I know you mentioned about mental health, and we'll talk about everything. But a few years back, I was in the darkest place ever in my life. I'd never been in such a dark place ever. It was medically induced, not drugs like social drugs, prescribed drugs really, that I shouldn't have been on, but I was prescribed them by professionals. And this guy said, because I liked walking, he goes, I'll take you for walks in the morning. And I said, oh, that'll be good. Like, I'm fragile, right? And he turns up, and I was that fragile that I couldn't even put shoes on. I couldn't even walk out of my room. But he kept testing me, and he goes, I'm not going to come inside till you get ready. And I wanted to fucking crack him.
Yeah.
When people think they're helping you, they're not. You know what? I know if you can't get out of that bedroom, if we just get you out of the bedroom, we've won today.
Yeah.
Fuck the walk. But no one understands. And what I'm trying to say is with Goggins, what he's saying is, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
He knows the whole day thing. And sometimes it is that.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, even Disco Drew mentioned something about who you talk to people. Sometimes you can't tell everyone. And sometimes not everyone wants to listen. And some people believe they can help you and they can't. But the most important thing, I think, at the end of the day, without making you call helpline, is I think you need a psychologist. And the reason I say that is a psychologist, one, doesn't prescribe drugs because they don't. Psychiatrist does. And a psychologist looks at, when they study it, let's just say, they've studied not the abused, but the abusers, and who comes to them, and maybe they're an alcoholic, maybe something happened in their youth. Whatever it is, it's never one size fits all. And I think sometimes you need to see a professional together with talking to your friends, just to have that disconnection that they don't know you personally and just want to say, you'll be all right, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my idea.
Yeah.
All right. So when you train, do you train like 3 days, 1 day off, 2 days, 1 day off, 4 days, 1 day off? How's your rest work?
Yeah. So interestingly, my whole life, the way I've trained is essentially I've never followed a program. I've never had training set days. When I walk into the gym through that front counter, scan my tag, get upstairs, and I think, all right, what am I going to do today? Now, I always base that on high energy days and low energy days. So, you know, throughout the course of a week, essentially, some days you feel shit out. You're battling to get out of bed. Other days you bounce out of bed, wanting to conquer the world. So on those days where I feel my best is typically where I'll train the hardest muscle groups or my weaknesses, such as legs.
And you said you like training in the evenings.
Yes.
I remember reading that.
Yeah.
Because you said in the mornings, somehow it doesn't give you that hunger.
That's exactly
it is,
right. And
that's you though, but tell me.
Yeah, so I was thinking about this one recently, actually. It's pretty funny. So I think a lot of like training, motivation, life, discipline as a male literally comes down to like how horny you are. If you're genuinely horny, thriving, things are happening, it's like, yeah, Matt, I want to do well in my career. I want to train till failure. I want to push and, you know, connect with my relationships. There's so many things that just drive you. But if you can picture it, if you have no sex drive, you're not horny, I just feel flat. And I typically wake up like, oh, fuck, I gotta get out of bed, have breakfast. And I'm not horny. So for me, in the evenings when I've got that additional drive, the energy levels are high, I've had some food, some carbs, I'm rocking and rolling. I'm feeling myself as well. You know, you like go train, look in the mirror, get the good lighting, you got the pump, it's mad, sick. In the mornings, I'm just like, rubbing me puffy eyes, just like, am I really going to deadlift this 240 kilograms today?
No,
So
I hear you, man.
that's what works for me. I tried to do it. I was like, sweet, got to get up, train in the mornings, knock it out the way, be productive, and then carry on with that routine. And I tried it. And I was just ferrying about in the gym, being the biggest pussy ever. And I was like, Nah, not for me. So reverted back to evening trainings and just getting after it.
This week especially, I'm like, I just walk in and go, I think I'll just pat the weights. That's all I feel like doing. As long as I turn up to the gym, I just, fuck it. I'm just going to pick up something, but it's not going to be heavy. And actually, I don't want to be here, but I feel like I should be here. So I'm trying to stay just humble in the gym to get the hell out and just say I've done something, which is different to how I felt last week. And you're right. Sometimes I think, I'm 54. I thought by 30 I could retire from
I thought
training.
you went a day past 60, but that's all right.
Well, you know what? There's a comedian that said, everyone's got it wrong. See, when I go to a party, I tell people I'm 72, and they go, you look like you're in your 50s.
Yeah, make you feel great about yourself. One way to do it.
So what you do is you tell them you're older, and they go, man, you look younger. And he goes, and that's how you win. So
That's exactly
don't tell
right.
people you're younger, because they go, or they say you go, I'm 54. They go, mate, you fucking look like you're 60, which thank you so much. Did I say country people are nice people, or did I say maybe they're honest people? All right, so you didn't train, cool. What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, the old classic. It's like a beautiful little delicious dessert. I'm such a sweet tooth.
Yeah, go on.
Every morning it seems to be the trend these days.
He's an almond cap guy too, by the way. Go on.
Yeah, you get your porridge out, throw a bit of bloody almond milk in there.
Nice.
And then from there, you get a little bit of protein, mix that in, swirl. A little bit of peanut butter, some Greek yogurt, some raspberries, bada bing, bada bang.
I'm going to question
Bob's your uncle, ready to rock and roll.
It's beautiful, but I'm going to question the Greek yogurt.
Yeah, what about
I'm
it?
going to question the Greek yogurt. I'm going to reveal it all to everyone.
What, the YoPro? No, the YoPro.
I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you something. Look at it. Greek yogurt is goats. It should be goat's yogurt. And I buy goat's yogurt. And it doesn't say Greek. It fucking costs, what does a YoPro cost? Maybe $6? Is that $6, $7?
Yeah.
$12 to get goat's yogurt. But goat yogurt is the true Greek yogurt. So if you want to have Greek yogurt, get goats, because in Greece there's goats.
Yeah, all right, I'll try it.
We already know he's the funny one, but I discovered, because you don't get all the flavors that you get with goats, what I've discovered, dates, because I love dates. You like dates?
Oh, it depends on the woman.
It's true, mate. It's true. One or two.
Maybe good, maybe not so good.
I tell you what,
More the merrier.
I was thinking about the ratings of this show. I think it's just gone downhill. Our podcast, we had a success story and we had a lot of female following, but not anymore. Thanks to you. But dates. So goat's yogurt, dates, strawberries.
Yep.
Sometimes banana as well. Granola with cinnamon.
Yeah, right.
But goat's yogurt, man, fucking.
That sounds like an effort and a half to make.
Oh, your porridge fucking didn't sound that simple, buddy. Let's get that right? All right, so your breakfast is better than mine, I guess. Maybe not. But we've revealed the yogurt, okay, bud? Goat's yogurt. Go get goat's yogurt. Higher in probiotics and much better for you. Gut friendly. Everything. Trust me. Goat's yogurt. All right.
When I win a show, I'll come and thank you for it.
When you better. I'll be there. I'll come up on stage and give you some.
Give me a goat.
I'll come beside you with a spoonful, wearing your mum's dress.
Oh, wouldn't that make me happy, eh?
I'll get to the comp part. What is the most important meal of the day, you reckon? If I said to you, what's the most important meal of the day, and is eating before bed a crime?
Look, to be honest with you, throughout my entire life of being involved in bodybuilding, a lot of the time I've just ate what I want, when I want, however I want, never tracked. I've only just recently got into it in the past 4 weeks about the whole tracking thing.
4 weeks? I still don't want to do it.
Yeah,
so... Fucked. We're going.
Yeah, essentially, for me, I guess the most important meal is probably breakfast.
Yeah.
You get up, starts your metabolism, sets your day up, whether you're going to have a healthy day or an unhealthy day, and gives you the energy that you need to get you rocking and rolling.
What about fasting? I haven't written that question down. What do you think of fasting?
Oh, look, I don't know what the studies say around it, but I don't rate it. For me personally, if I'm trying to train and I've got no energy, shit training, shit stimulus.
Yeah, shit horny.
Shit horny, not happening.
Yeah, it's true. All right, you did a post on the 7th, this couple of days ago.
Yeah?
On the 7th. and your post says, "Today, advice that could change your life." So let's change some lives here, buddy. Get off the couch. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is just to genuinely be active in whatever you're doing. So finding your passion and then driving towards that to keep you going, because in terms of being productive, there's only so much you can do on the couch.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's get off the couch. Surround yourself around positive energy that makes you feel the best. These are your words, man.
Yeah.
Best thing you know.
I'm a huge optimist.
Yep.
And I've kind of learnt to have the smaller circles. So those people that bring a lot of negativity, doubt, question kind of into your life, I find that is just so contagious. So who you're hanging around with is really going to adapt and change to how you're going to progress and be successful in life. So I think it's just important key is be careful who you surround yourself with, because it does change the person you become.
Being a country pumpkin, can you see fools? Like, I don't suffer fools, right? But are you, because of the country town aspect and maybe not as busy, so you get time to assess?
Yep.
Do you like walk into a room and you go, fuck with this, that? Like, are you fast to work that
It's
out?
funny how things have changed, because everyone's a fool in their different ways.
What was that?
Everyone's a fool in different ways.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm an absolute fool in
fool-
many ways.
But fool is different if you're genuine. I'm all right with genuine. I don't want anyone to be like me. I like loud mouths, and I like quiet people. I like the person to be them.
100%.
I love them to be. I like vulnerable people, because I want to understand how they do their day.
Yep.
And I like to know how the confident person does it. I want to know all about. Do you think, being a country guy, you assess, because cities, it's overwhelming, and like you said, you're trying to hold on to a small circle of friends. Do you find it easy or hard?
I just think everyone's got different personalities, different interests, different, direction in life. So I can walk into a room and just look around and go, yeah, you and me, we're never going to connect on the same level. Do I think you're a fool? Well, no, not really. We just have completely different interests. So,
I like that.
So many people are going to look at me and think I'm an absolute fool, so self-entitled and up myself and always posting topless photos and all this kind of shit.
You do some good shots.
There's so much negativity sometimes around having that stereotype, so to say. But I'm just like, if this is the direction, this is essentially what makes me happy. This is what's going to make me money. This is what's going to keep me driven and being able to inspire that community. And then there's other people that have their different interests, like, yeah, sweet, you like to play your guitar, that's fantastic, smash it all over your socials, do what you want. I'm never going to sit there and go point the finger and say you shouldn't be doing that, you're making a fool of yourself, because at the end of the day, whatever you love, just thrive with it and be yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you happiest, and it's going to make sure that the people around you and support you select.
No one would admit this, and not why I would admit it. I'm a judgmental person, but hear me out first. I think we all are.
Have to be.
But I love the fact that the judgment, and when I sit long enough with it, I go, fuck, but I like his style or her style.
Yeah.
So I could go like, I've seen your photos. I couldn't do them. I would love to do them.
Yeah.
But now I get it. When I look at them, I get it, because I judged for a moment. But when I sat for a few seconds or looked at it, I go, I get it.
Yeah.
And he does it good. And he should keep doing that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And that's it. It's just about dropping the ego. Like, it's
I don't want
literally
to do
just
it.
like pumping people up, and I kind of try and look at all these different things that people do, and no matter how weird or quirky it is, I'm like, yeah, you go, girl, or fucking get it out there, because
I love it.
we need to be different, and if you want to get somewhere, you kind of have to stand out, because we're so programmed to be that standard kind of generalized person. To deviate from that, depending on what society's norms do or say, can sometimes be like blowing a whistle. But it's like, well, fuck, get out there, do it, see what happens, because if you take these risks, you'll never, the opportunities that can come from that are just so huge.
Yeah, well, it's like I'll give you an example, like the corporate ladder. Most people at the top of any industry or ladder or place, what they're trying to do is create a group that suppresses the others below. What I mean by that is they might not know the job.
Yep.
But they bring people in to protect the job. the job doesn't get done better. And what I realise is if I step on people, when I look around, I actually didn't go anywhere. I just stepped on them. I pushed them down.
Yeah.
So I've learned not letting anyone step on me. You know what? I'll do a sideways move and I just go around them.
Yep.
And usually sometimes it can cost you your job.
Yep.
Usually it can cost you a few things. But when you surpass them in a way of not being better than them, you just suddenly see the fields open and you actually become more enlightened. You become a little bit smarter, a bit more, I don't know, like I said, you just become, the wisdom seems to come in. Yeah. And it's never ending, but like I said, I think when people say, I don't judge anyone, I just laugh.
You know what? I had this conversation with someone recently. I was like, in life, you actually have to judge.
You do.
I tell you why. Because, you know, as a paramedic of a decade, you walk into a room, you don't judge that person, you're in immediate danger to yourself and to them potentially. It's like, yeah, okay, it's just about how you respond and react to that judgment.
It doesn't matter that you judge them. What matters if you hold on to the lie. For a moment, you thought, oh, he's up himself or she. Well, me too. Everyone thinks I'm arrogant.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
Yeah.
And actually, the quicker I know you don't like me, the better it is.
Yeah.
The quicker I know you don't like me. But what I found is that, even myself, but once I find out, oh man, not that I got you wrong. I actually like your arrogance.
Yeah.
I like your style.
Yeah.
Because we're in conversation. So I think we all do need to judge because it protects us. But I think the quicker you can make the people feel, I'll use an example. I walked into a pub once. I don't know if I said it on the podcast, there was 2 Aboriginal ladies having a beer.
Yep.
Just at a table. And it was a nice pub. I looked at them and straight away I just thought alcohol, Aboriginals. And when I went to the bar to get my drink, in my head I said, fuck you, Steve. Who the fuck are you to judge those lovely ladies? Yep. So when I walked past, I smiled at them because I wanted to I wanted to pay back my fucking judgment.
Yeah.
They didn't know I was judging them.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to say to you? So we've just got to, it's okay if you get it wrong, but just don't stick with it.
That's exactly right.
I mean?
It's like getting a little bit sweaty around here. Like
Yeah, take it off, man. Show off some of your biceps. We don't want everyone to know how big my ones are.
Battle wants to get big.
We might need Chris.
Get all the shirts off.
You sure? Here we go.
Oh.
Look at the big arms, man. Do you think he's got the biggest arms here since?
Success lives in powerful bodies. And the powerful bodies are fueled by the best.
3og.shop.
People said,
You've
got the biggest arms. Because, when I look at the podcast, I actually feel like I've got the biggest arms.
These ones actually come from Bunnings. They got a 2-for-1 deal. Buy one.
Which
get
one?
Get
Which
the second one free.
Which Bunnings is it?
East Gardens, just down the road.
I've got an East Gardens. Okay, the next one is take action and stay committed.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's you. That's your post.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, obviously, everyone in life sometimes thinks of ideas, says they're going to do this, says they're going to do that. Mm-hmm. But it's like, all right, well, where am I seeing it? So if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. And that's literally just come down to taking action and going full throttle with it. Good or bad, sometimes, turns into a nightmare. Sometimes comes out better than you'd ever imagine. But at the end of the day, I'm literally, what are you going to do? Sit on the couch?
Which you did say get off the couch. But I, on my vision board, I have a thing that says, do it, don't do it. Just do something.
Yeah.
Just do. Yeah, that's what it says at the end. Just do. Fuck off with your victim mentality.
Yeah.
That's your last one there. What's that one?
Yeah.
Who was
so, I'm like, okay.
Here we go.
Something happens. You go through a process. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're allowed to be negative about it. You're allowed to have emotions. You're allowed to process that of what's occurring. But there does come a point where you literally have to be realistic with yourself. And if you're just going to sit there moping around, then are things going to get better? No. So what you have to do is it links back into those other things. Get off the couch, take action, surround yourself around the right people, and then linking all those things together essentially to find and get over that hurdle. You really have to get out there and do what you can.
No, like I said, I get what you're saying with the the victim mentality. I think that, you know, having lost both my parents, it doesn't mean if I'm ready to get on with life a week later that I love them less, or my sisters want to grieve longer. We still love them the same. It does not matter.
Yeah.
But I think when we look at people that do pass, I put money down that they would, if they had a choice, do you want your friends or family to suffer, or do you want them to get on with life and enjoy it better?
Yeah.
Most of the time it's go out and enjoy it better.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel...
I'll just give you a little example of what I mean by that. And for me personally, back in 2018, I come back from the UK, was transferring between ambulance services. And at that point in time, I wasn't actually employed by them. Went home, snapped my pec major on the bench press. Got a huge scar here, as you can kind of see.
All right,
It actually looks like quite a large penis.
it does look like a penis, man.
You want to touch it?
Yeah, look, there's the head.
Smooth too.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that was just an excuse to show off your arm, but anyway, remember that, Chris? I put a scar here, and I could just show my arm off any time.
But yeah, essentially, like after that happened, it's like, okay, I'm going to have surgery. It's going to be a 6-month repair and recovery. I've essentially just lost my job because that time phase is going to pass. I'm back at home in the country, living with mum and dad. I've got no financial income now, and yeah, it's like shit. But I was like, all right, what am I going to do? Sick. So this is an opportunity to work on other factors. Sweet, let's start smashing the legs, doing some unilateral training, and even training my brain. So taking on my Masters of Critical Care, looking at like PT courses. So I use that time to be like, sweet, let's just, don't worry about that. That'll repair, recover, 6 months, a year. And let's just get moving and grooving with all the other aspects that I can work on. So just redirecting that focus is so important, rather than sitting on the couch and going, oh, you know, snap this, what am I going to do with my life? I've got no job, living at home with mum and dad, I've got no money. It's just like, well, what are we going to do about this? Sweet, let's do what we can. Yeah. So that's kind of what I mean by, rather than sitting around feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah, no.
It's like progressing and finding other avenues.
Well, I had a motorbike accident at 21. A car did a U-turn in front of me, and I had a kind of a super bike. He jackknifed. I blanked out as soon as my ass came off the seat. I slammed the car. My motorbike slammed into a parked car, and my whole leg was dislocated out of its hip. Right, so I had to be on traction, so I had to be in hospital, and they said it's 4 to 6 weeks in hospital. And I said, you know, and I've always been a visualization guy, mindset guy, and even when I didn't know I was, right, I didn't know I was. By the way, I did a lot of it in the shower. I might as well mention the shower part. But having said that, my cousin got meningitis once, and it was really touch and go, and the doctor said, you may be in hospital for months. And he said, not on my watch. This is when he was fucked. He wasn't even awake. He kept sleeping. And he was out in a month. Everything was perfect.
Yeah.
So when I got my motorbike accident, I remembered when he had meningitis. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to be here 6 weeks. I'm out in 4.
Yep.
I was out in 4. I've never had a problem since.
Yeah.
Which I could have pushed the insurance on it, but I was driving my Pacer, my Valiant, to the doctor with crutches.
Yeah.
Because I could use my right leg. And he saw me get out of the car, the doctor, and go, you're still driving?
Yeah.
He said, mate, you're all right. You don't need to come back.
Yeah.
And meaning I could have stuck to get an insurance job on it.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get on with life.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I couldn't do it. I even had another time.
Yeah.
I broke my leg, and my solicitor said, you know, you could just take it easy, will you? And I said, fuck it, I can't. I've got to go back to work.
Yeah.
I just have to go back to work. I could get paid being at home, but actually, it's not about getting paid to be home. I don't want that money. I want more. I want to go get more money.
Yeah.
I want to go get more educated, more of this. It's plenty of what
you know what, one trait that I've consciously recognised as an ambo, I've seen that those that live to 100 are genuinely the most independent people that just crack on with it, trying to do everything themselves.
Yeah.
Went to this 102-year-old down here at Maroubra.
Yeah.
Get on his bike, ride 5Ks out, back every day. and he was just good as gold. And his just mindset was just that.
Is that what it was?
Independence is I'm holding on to this, and sometimes that fucks up, and then they fall over, break their hip,
no,
die.
of course,
you can't win them all.
You can't win them all. Well, look, we are going to get to the paramedic side, and I just want to ask 2 questions because that's your dad. Since we've got to mention your dad, I'm a dad too. What was he like?
Yeah, he's like a hardened old country man, Dennis.
Is he? Dennis.
Yeah, good old Dennis the Menace. But in terms of like growing up throughout my childhood and what he taught me and what he showed me and offered me has literally formed me into the person that I am now. Okay. It's like he built...
What kind of farmer was he? Was he a farmer?
No, he wasn't a farmer. He just worked as an electrician. But
okay.
He is just a jack of all trades. Your typical countryman that will, fix any motorbike. He even built a house at our house without any kind of building skills.
I did that.
He literally just fix anything and everything. Even if it's not broken, he'll fix it. And just the way he is like that just taught me so much about life. And I think coming from the country, you come out into the city and it's just different values, I guess. It's like, I got a flat tyre on my car. Just call someone to come fix it. It's like, no, fuck that, I'm fixing it myself. Get out here, get down and dirty. So
I get it. Like, it's funny, my daughter, she says to me, she'll bring me a broken chain. She goes, you can fix this. And I do fix it. I don't know. And I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
I just do fix it. I don't know what it is when your kids bring you something to fix or you got to fix it, you seem to fix it. But, all right, well, that's cool to know about Dennis. We didn't want to leave Dennis out of the picture. Mm-hmm. All right, so you were a paramedic. When? Why? And when was it when you... I'm just trying to get the question right here. Let me just get it. You needed to take a deep breath. Oh, yeah. So you were a paramedic. Like, when did this happen? Why did you do it? And was there a moment that you needed to take a deep breath and go in and help someone? I mean, I don't know what you can share with us if you want to share, but I guess I see... Besides my next question, I see paramedics, like, I kind of think, like, my day's going to cafes, but your day would be walking in to see what the fuck am I here? What am I doing today?
How'd you get that stuck up there?
Yeah, how'd you get that?
Oh, you're filming it? Oh, sweet. No worries.
So tell me, all right, so when did you become a paramedic?
Yeah, so I left school when I was back in 2011, and then went to university, studied 3 years at uni.
What did you study?
Be paramedicine.
Okay.
The reason I did it is just sitting around going, what am I going to do? Like, my passion is essentially being involved in something that's really active, that serves a big purpose, and that is thrill-seeking to some degree.
Okay.
So if you mix in the three of them, kind of what you got out of it, of going to these insane kind of scenarios, situations, back doors of people's lives, and then being able to help someone and literally walk away from it going, I just saved your life. Like, it's a pretty cool feeling that you get
of course.
on yourself, and just holding that responsibility is just such an amazing thing. So mixing those kind of in, and I think it comes down to a lot of your personality traits and who you are as a person, is I was like, this is the direction and path that I'm going to take. So
did you, like, it's not like you're walking in, swiping a gym membership and training someone on chest.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're walking into, and the lights are going off and they've told you, and you're front line.
Yeah. And that's,
like, what was there moments that you wondered, what the fuck am I doing here? Or did you have to really go deep in your brain to compose yourself to bring that professionalism always out? Like, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, obviously. So starting out was absolute mayhem. I was over in the UK, been working for a year, progressed super quick through the ranks because there was a lack of paramedics and lots of positions open. By that stage, I was already working as a solo responder after a year, driving around London by myself, attending to the most serious of cases of the death, dying, stabbed, shot, and just not a clue in the world. Like, I'd initially come to London and I was like, all right, they're on flat number 52 of this apartment. Being a country boy, I'd rock up, get in the lift and be like, how how the fuck am I going to know what number 52 is? Like, what's that, the 10th floor, the second floor? I don't know. So, you know, just like even driving the ambulance to the scene, it'd be like, oh, fuck, we got this roundabout. What do we do here?
Street lights.
Which way do we go around the roundabout?
Street lights here.
So just kind of really becoming, you know, out of my depths and pushing those limits was awesome. And as I progressed throughout my career, my experiences that I had, that's what I actually learned to thrive off, was being able to walk into the most chaotic situation in the world of burning.
What was one? I want to.
Yeah.
Because everyone, you know, car racing, everyone wants to know the crash.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you.
So give us one crash in the job that it scarred, and I want to know that one happy moment.
Yeah, sweet. So I got two. It was kind of interesting. I was driving along, got called to a car crash into a building. I was like, yeah, it's sweet, no worries. By the stage, I was working on by myself, tactical response unit.
I think I'm scared to hear this story, but go ahead.
It's not that bad, actually.
That's all right.
It's pretty cruisy.
I don't like scary movies, by the way.
It's more so which would actually happen on probably 90% of cases. What you think you're going to is so different to what has actually occurred.
Okay.
So a car crash. So rocking and rolling there, driving, get there. It's literally like 2 a.m, middle of the night. And it's the most scat part of town. You know, there's a lot of the gangsters and walking around. And there was about 20 people around this one car. And it was obviously like a low mechanism. It was just only a minor kind of bump to the front. But there was a lot of chaos. And I was like, what's going on here? He crashed his car into like a little apartment, whatever. Got out, I went over, and I was like, what's happened? He's like, he's been shot, bruv. And I was like, oh, that's why he's crashed the car. It makes heaps of sense.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, where's the dude that shot him going? I don't know, he's buggered off. Yeah, get the police here pretty quick. So I was like, all right, well, I'm here now, I can't go anywhere. Went over, looked at the guy, I was like, oh, yeah, he'd been shot in the head. But he was still conscious, still breathing, and it just spiraled around and lodged in the back of his spine, essentially, causing him paralysis. So from there, I was just like, yeah, here I am, 2 o'clock in the morning, some dude's been shot, and what's going to happen to me? you know?
Yeah.
But that's just... goes to show, like, that would happen nearly on a monthly basis. If you think you're going to something, but it's completely different to what it is.
And obviously, we'll say slight to move him. You could make him paralysed for life, I guess.
Well, he's already paralysed.
He's already paralysed, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, good killing, but yeah.
Good killing. All right, and what about the happiest moment?
There's so many.
Have you delivered a baby?
Right, so I'll tell you, yeah. This is actually...
And have you recovered from it?
Never. Been single forever. Call me Mary.
What happens with it?
Exactly. Yeah.
How big is that thing?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. But anyways, moving on. Yeah.
Someone says hello back. What? Go on.
I'd actually kind of delivered a couple of babies throughout my career, but by this stage I was a bit more confident with it. Got called to a birth, walked through by myself once again, had a look, and there was just this lady on the stairs, and there was just the Indian husband there. Anyway, so the head was out, and the Indian man was there like absolutely distraught. He's got blood all over his face everywhere, in absolute chaotic panic. And I just come in and I was like, oh, I love situations like this. You know, the messier the better, and the more chaos that it is, because just being able to walk in with a calm, cool, collected kind of attitude gives me like a little, whoo, that feels nice. So anyways, I could see how much of a panic he was, and I literally just said to him, I was like, look, mate, the hard work is done. You be good at cricket, yeah? Yeah. All you've got to do is just guide the baby out. You can deliver your own child. Pretty cool experience. So let's just make it happen. Take a few deep breaths. We're going to connect with mum and make this happen, because this is your special moment you're going to remember for the rest of your life.
You're a fucking top bloke, man.
So what am I going to do different? Nothing. if something goes wrong, yeah, okay, then I'll intervene. I'll make a few movements, a few adjustments, throw the legs up, bada bing, bada bang, slip out, done. But in this circumstance, it was all normal and it was progressing normally. So he went from being in absolute state of, like, don't know what to do, to kind of
Elation
cool,
and
calm, relax, and like, yeah, this is sweet. And then he delivered the baby, got him to, clamp the cords, cut the placenta, and after that, I just said to him before we go to the hospital, I was like, oh, look, you just want to clean your face up. Got a bit of blood. And he goes, I do not care. I'm very, very proud. I was like, yeah, that'll do me. Let's go.
You are tops, man.
So, yeah, that was a pretty cool.
Fucking
pretty
cool,
cool,
bro. I love it, man. I love it. All right, well, then tell us the truth about Pan-American Fireys. Are they always in the search for the cheap coffee? And do they like to go to cafes that give them discounts and hang around like bloody seagulls around a chip? Come on, man. Every time I see the fiery brigade or the ambulance brigade, there's a few cars, a few fireys pull up to this one cafe all the time. I think they're fucking getting a discount, aren't they? They just turn up and they're there. They pick their cafe, don't they?
They definitely can. Obviously, they're, so tired all the time working those long shifts that you need a bit of coffee to get you up and going,
Well,
and
but is it
overworked, underpaid.
Is it the discount? Is it the discount that brings
for some people it is, but I just think they have their own thing.
I see them, Chris, sometimes I go, like, sometimes when I do my power walks, I go, mate, there's 2 trucks parked in by the water, and they're all drinking coffee.
Yeah, yeah, tough.
It's not like it's the world's in a ball of fire.
Yeah.
When did bodybuilding capture your attention and make you then want to compete?
Yeah.
And then do it full time. But when did it first? Were you into bodybuilding back in the country?
Yeah. So interestingly,
And was there idols, and what was your period of bodybuilding? What was it like?
yeah, not for me. To be honest with you, I just trained because I love training. I did that for 10 years.
Yes.
And then from there, I would have a lot of comments like, "Oh, you must compete. What do you do? What are you competing in?" I thought, "No, man, I was to go to the gym. I was like training. Like, that's me." And then
You
are
a big boy, man. You're fucking killing it, bro.
And then got to a point where I'd basically been involved with this company called mTOR, helping me out with sponsorship of clothing in the fitness industry. Initially, that was connected to another guy called Wayne, who owns Grow Nutrition out west. And he just kind of got me at a point in my life where I didn't have much direction, didn't know what was going on. And he just said to me, look, mate, you need to compete. Like, your genetic potential, I see the potential in you. We're going to light up this spark and make it happen. So from when he kind of said that, he thought, I'm going to take you under my wing, help you, guide you through the whole process, and we're going to compete in 10 weeks.
No way. Yeah, some people can do it.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, right, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, because to be honest, I was thinking about it today on the walk, where people go, I'm going to compete in 2024, Part B, IFBB.
I know,
Pro,
yeah.
And I went, when I grew up, it was like, hey, there's a comp in 2 weeks. You know that?
Yeah.
No, not 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's a comp in 3 months. Let's do it. Or there's a comp in 2 months. Let's do it. It was just different.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously they saw the potential in you. You had the natural genetics in a sense, or the structure to do so, the mindset, because you enjoyed it without knowing.
Yeah.
You were enjoying it, because I was the same. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like when you step on stage, that's not showcasing your 20 weeks of hard work through a prep. That's showcasing your 10 years of experience, learning experiences, and consistent grind. And a lot of people will get up there and step on stage after, a year or 2 of training. I'm like, yeah, great. It's nice to have a goal. But at the same time, to truly kind of be involved in it, I think you have to love it. So then,
Well, yeah, I think it's true. I've been to a few comps recently, and I wanted to compete when I turned 50. And I told you that I've never been on a cycle.
Yeah.
But I knew everything about training, dieting. It was the first time I ever measured my food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no one told me how to measure it. I just said, you know what? I'll just measure. I don't know. So I can't remember. I'll lie to you. I've got it all documented on my phone.
Yeah.
But I was doing food prep. I was riding my push bike to the gym as part of cardio. I was training. Took a cycle, 2 cycles. One, took a rest, took a second cycle. Man, I put on sauce. I was ripped at 90. The only thing is I imploded. I went too far. Too much
Yep.
milligrams. I was just saying yes to them. I'll take that. I'll take this. How do I rip up harder? How do I do this faster?
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was going to. So I imploded. But what I was trying to say was that I've watched people come on stage. I go, wow, look amazing. And then when I see them 4 weeks later, I go, are you the same person
Yeah,
on stage?
hugely.
Like, where's the shoulders?
Yeah.
Where's the definition in the legs?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just.
That is a huge thing. I see that
I've even seen people-
massively.
and and especially in natural. Recently, I saw someone win a comp, and to be honest, I showed my partner. I don't know if I showed you. I said, "Doesn't this guy look like he's anorexic?"
Yeah.
And all I could see, did I show you? Yeah. And I was saying,
Yeah.
all I could see is their rib cage, like
Yeah.
literally
I
their
know,
rib cage.
yeah.
There was no obliques,
Yeah.
and they've got trophies around them. I went, that just doesn't look healthy. Even like I don't know, and that's why I guess what you're saying is there is a foundation you build on, and then you come back to that foundation, which symbolizes still bodybuilding in a sense. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. I think kind of even to build that muscle maturity, a lot of the time you can tell the difference between someone who's been training for 2 years as opposed to someone who's, constantly.
Yeah.
And as you're talking about kind of cycles and stuff, you'll notice that the people who have been training for 10 years, that they're in like on season and off season, a lot of the time probably don't vary and differ as much as the people that will just
Sometimes
go.
they look actually more muscular off season, and you go, "Did you need to lean up? You look pretty good, bulked up."
Yeah, but it's just like to kind of stay in shape all year round. Obviously, you kind of got the whole bulking and shredding thing, but at the same time, there's a way to do it. And
There's a way to do it. Yeah, most definitely. I do know it's busy and rock and roll going on in the industry. So, all right. So, when was your first comp?
yeah, so last year, was it back in June or
Was that your first time?
July? Yeah.
And when did you become a personal trainer?
So I've just completed all my certification as of recently.
Oh, okay. So you recent a personal,
Yeah.
be a personal trainer.
Yep.
So when did you stop paramedic? Let's get
About 18 months ago.
18 months ago.
Yep.
Okay. So you stopped 18 months ago. Were you always into modelling? Because you do a bit of modelling.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of what I fell into, to be honest
So
with you.
is everything happening at once? Is that what you're telling me?
Ev-
Is everything like photography? When did photography?
Yeah, that was six months ago. It's all so incredibly.
Everything is just boom.
This is the thing. Everything's connected, and once you get involved in this fitness industry, there's so many different avenues, different social networks, different opportunities that essentially of the world in terms of health, there's this huge factor, and a lot of that's missed in amongst the government because it's like, here's your medications for all your depression. You've never done a day of exercise, but don't worry about that. Just take this and it'll sort yourself out, you know?
And they're giving you something, they're giving you something that's basically going into a mainframe that no one knows how the real mainframe works.
Yeah.
It's very technical. The one thing, everything's transplantable except your brain. We can't pick your brain and put it in someone else's, but we can take your heart, we can take bits and pieces, we can give you another finger if you want.
Yeah.
We can do anything we want, but we can't. And the brain is such a technical thing. But like you said, exercise. So you competed where? Where did you compete?
Yeah, so first competition was in Sydney, and it was quite interesting actually because I'd done my 10 weeks of prep. And I was like, yeah, sweet. It wasn't really that competition lean or anything sane, but I was like, I'm happy enough to step on stage and give it a bit of a whirl.
How'd you go?
And the night before, at the Rego night, they were like, I was chatting to all the judges and they're like, I think you might actually be muscle model as opposed to fitness model. And the posing is completely different in terms of like closed fists and the way, the expressions and the way you move is different. And I was like, well, I've kind of come this far, I'm going to do fitness model. But after that, they would just like do muscle model as well. So the first time that I ever stepped out on stage, I had no routine. I'd never done the posing in my life, and I wasn't really mentally prepared, but I've just got an attitude where I was like, what's the worst going to happen? I go out there, pose, faint, shit myself, everyone laughs at me and remembers me as that guy. I'm like, nah, it's all right.
Yeah.
This still tells a good story.
How'd you go?
So when I did the fitness model, I was lucky enough to come through. I won the fitness model, got my pro card, and then competed at the next show. And I ended up coming last for a number of reasons. I don't think I was the right fit for the division, as you got fitness model, muscle model. I was bang on in the middle.
What's the difference?
Huge difference. Fitness models are sitting at about, for my height, just around 6 foot, is probably like 84 kilos, like lean, insanely lean. But then your muscle models, they're like 110, 150 kilogram gorillas. So I'm like, I'm neither. I'm like, where am I going with this?
What do you weigh?
About at 98 at the moment. So I've just brought out this physique division now, which I'm competing in the pro show come November.
WBFF?
WBFF, which
gives the wrong advertising.
Which is just designed for me to a T. So I was like, thankfully.
So what's the comp called?
It's WBFF, and it's physique division, which is smack bang in between two.
So physique, is that the board shorts?
Nah, so it's still Speedos. All WBFF is swimwear Speedos. It's IFBB, that's all your shorts, but you get judged. That's the thing. There's a difference between IFB and WBFF. WBFF is hugely about, they say, 60% physique, 40% marketability, which it comes down to your posing, your expressions, how you present yourself on stage, your looks. So
I'm a winner.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
You can agree with it, can't you?
Yeah.
At least give me something.
Only a face a mother could love. That's it.
I won't speak about your mother, but Dennis might get upset.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a pro card, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that? Could you take that for granted? Because so many people fight for a pro card.
Yeah. Look.
Or is it just nothing? I don't know. Look, sounds like something to me. When I read pro card, I go, pro card.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think it's like to get to like be an IFBB pro is a whole nother level to go through all the different steps. It's purely physique only, super comparable. But for WBFF, it's one of the biggest federations in the world for women. But when it comes down to men, more of those bodybuilding people go to the IFBB as opposed to WBFF. But
is WBFF growing?
For men and males, hopefully it does, because
I can tell you what, we were going to go, Ben, Chris, right? We were trying to get free tickets. We'll take free tickets, by the way, but we don't need to. All right, one free ticket. Yeah. That's another story. But wow, what a glamour show! It looked like the Logies. It looked like I saw the Friday night.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I saw you there, and I said to Chris, "Are we missing out on something here? I think we should have gone." But it just looked fun.
It's insane. It's so over the top. Chicks will literally spend upwards of 20K just for one show.
Fucking oath, man. But it looked amazing. All you guys, everyone, the way you guys dressed, the look, like everyone just looked amazing. Like I was excited watching it. I'm going like,
yeah. It
just seemed like everyone was smiling. When I've gone to shows, no one smiles. But this one, everyone's smiling. So anyway, then we've got, how many competitors have we got? I know we've got Connie over there. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we've got Caitlin over there.
Connie, Caitlin, Taylor Hicks.
Keep going. Just in case I missed anything.
Yeah, got Claudia as well. And then Liam, who just won the pro show that I was with. He's in insane shape, like one of the leanest dudes I've seen. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are competing over in Vegas at the Worlds.
You know who's gone to watch it? Nikki Fitness. Yeah. And did you know I watched she's on podcast 8. So if you go to podcast now, we just launched it last night.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
she's
right.
a WBFF bikini pro.
Yep.
She's got a pro card.
Yeah.
She's going to compete next year again in the Worlds.
Yep.
So and she was at the airport catching a plane to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And on the plane, she's holding a dog.
Yeah.
So they can take their dogs on the plane.
That's news to me.
Well, unless you bought a ticket for it.
Well, you get royalties here.
I don't know. I mean, I can try to take one of my Staffy or the poodle that I got. I like to take both of them, actually. But yeah, so you've trained all your life, natural kind of genetics, or just naturally that you trained and it paid dividends for you because you were just enjoying it.
Yep.
You really didn't have idols in the business. You just enjoyed training. Is that what I'm assuming?
Yeah, probably if anyone that I kind of watched throughout the years, it was always Callum Bonmoga.
Yeah, yeah.
Just an
everyone
Aussie
loves
larrikin
that
from the
guy.
country. And
Everyone
now,
loves that
obviously,
guy. Yeah.
the journey. I don't know
Even
if
Disco Drew likes him. That's
Yeah.
why he's got a bull terrier. Whatever he's got. What kind of dog does he have again? He had a dog.
Yeah, he did
had a
have
bird.
one of those ones, but
A big.
yeah,
Whatever they call those birds.
but yeah, he's been on his own life journey and is in a completely different.
Oh, he went fucked up recently, poor bloke. I mean, I think he just was burning the candle on both ends at once.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that.
Yeah, that's
But
exactly
still,
right.
I like
He's
him
back
too.
on track, Jack.
He did
Like-
the Arnold movie? Or
Yeah.
the movie with Arnold, acting like Arnold?
Yep. It's just people that are, they're not fake. They just say it fucking how it is. He's from like
He's hard to
country as
imitate.
well. And
He's
just,
hard to imitate because that's him.
yeah.
He was very popular. So you liked watching him, yeah?
Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, yeah, everyone loves
He's real. He's a real dude.
Is he?
You
sure?
I think so. I haven't personally.
No, but I think he is. But
Yeah.
he's worth a buck. He makes all right money, mate. He could sell anything. He could hold toothpaste and it's gone. It's sold.
Yep, that's what happens once you get to that level.
Yeah, no, okay. And so you're going to compete next year, WBFF? This year. And I think me and Chris are going to be at the show.
Yeah.
So I because we want to, and we want to really get to know what goes on. We want to be part of the smiles, So, you seem to like posing, posing generally. But what is it about posing or competitors? Even Disco Drew, said, as beefcakey as he is, and doof guy and all that, he says he loves posing. And I've seen a few posing coaches, and I see the magic in it. What is it about? You love posing?
Do you like to dance?
Yeah, I do, but I'm a bit shy about dancing. But is it like dancing, really?
Yeah.
Now tell me, that's
because
blew my mind now.
Yeah.
Really, is it like dancing?
That's exactly right. It is, and
okay.
Essentially, you go to the gym, you put in all this effort, hard work, time, and
I've
then
never posed. I never believe I should pose.
Yeah, to be able to.
I don't know how to pose. That means I don't know how to do that dance. But tell me about it. But what is it about you guys? I thought you were show-offs, but you're not. You're actually dancing because you love it.
It's 100% dancing, and it gets to showcase your physique in a way that's awesome.
Does
because
that blow you away? The dancing part? Did you know it was a dance?
Because think about it though.
I want to hear it.
Like in life, you watch David Attenborough, and you think about what happens in reality with all your different animals.
Yeah.
What happens is you think about those birds that do these incredible displays of
mating birds. Yeah.
Yeah, like mating calls. They do these spectacular dances, and that's what happens in nature. And then to be able to just kind of literally explore your own flow, your own technique, and bring out your physique and release that energy is awesome. It's like...
So you love it.
It's sick.
It just blows my mind.
It's cool because...
I would love to... Maybe one day you can show me a posing routine. I'd love to see what that expression feels like.
And think about it. Like in life, humans go out. What do they go out and do? People love to dance. They like to party. They like to move.
Yeah. No,
it's just an energy that you bring in, and then if you combine bodybuilding to that, every time I go to the gym, it's like being out on a Saturday night. I'm going for a dance.
Really? I like
so it just gives me a little...
Because I'm noticing also gyms are getting posing rooms, and everyone goes upstairs and does the posing room. I love it. I actually am intrigued.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing the love affair with posing, and I'm thinking, what is it? But I can see it's not an ego thing. There's something more in depth about it. But you just said it. It's like dancing.
See, this is what I hope that changes it amongst gym culture. Is it's quite like amongst a lot of places, it's recognised as, look at this flog over here posing in the mirror, and it just gets such a negative rap. But I'm hoping that it starts to develop and change, so then people look at it and go, oh, that's cool. Good on the dude. He's just, expressing what he's earned. So
I think that our podcast, because I think it's all bodybuilding, and that's all we are. We're not sprinting. We're not fitness, meaning...
bodybuilding's not a sprint. I'll tell you that.
That's right.
Yeah.
But why I'm saying bodybuilding is... I'm not saying that the big guys... I keep mentioning Lee Priest. Hopefully one day he comes on. But he wants us to pay him. I don't know. Chris starts saving some money, get some coins, get a little jar. We're going to do a jar here, the Lee Priest jar. Oh my God! But having said that, trust me, he deserves all the accolades he's ever done or what he's done. But that level is hard to understand because it's like it's soccer at its highest level, I guess. But it's good to know why normal soccer players or people like ourselves, what you do. And I'm hoping the podcast, I'm trying to break it down to, we call it by the people, for the people.
Yep.
Because now you're saying, I did not know it was a dance. And I'm glad you sharing that. And hopefully that message goes out because you said you love it.
Yeah.
Disco Drew loves it. And when I look at you beefed up guys, I think, I don't get it. But now I get it, like what you're saying. And I feel the emotions when you talk about it.
Yeah.
And now I kind of wish in my bodybuilding career, I learned how to pose because I don't know how to pose. I just know how to do a double bis maybe or single.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to transition. But I think when you say it's this feeling, I would love, maybe one day you can show me one day. Maybe we can.
Yeah, I'll get you a nice pink dress and we'll dance.
Your mum left one at my place.
What a lucky woman.
Anyway, that's another story. She does do a good scrambled eggs. But anyway.
Fertilised?
It's disgusting. I'm really sorry, man. But she's a nice lady. You've competed, I believe, in the W. So the comp, what was the comp called you competed before in the first time?
Same WBFF.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you told us the category, okay. What does it mean to you? You've already answered that question, man. We can move on. We're doing very well. You seem to love the camera, standing in front of it and behind it. Tell us more about modelling, capturing photos, and what is it like to take photos of fast cars, sexy girls and guys? And I'm assuming sexy guys too. That's what I said. So tell us all about how you got involved. I'm sure Chris would like to know the story about how you got involved in photography and everything around it. And you're in some amazing places, amazing people, amazing surroundings.
Yep.
The atmosphere. And you seem to be, from what I see in your personality, you seem to be like, I think they feel comfortable with you, but I think you're also invested in. And the whole thing, magic weapons. Where does it come from?
Comes from a passion.
Yeah?
Yeah. And being on both sides of the cameras.
Which one do you like better?
I like to.
Because you're very good in front of the camera, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Spent enough time looking in the mirror.
Yeah, no, you do.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. I think that the level of opportunity that I have, where as soon as you've got a camera or you're in front of the camera, next minute you are in Sydney's most wealthiest houses.
Yeah.
You are meeting up with famous influencers.
Yeah.
Like you are getting to express all your hard work in a way that's like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And the kind of environment and opportunities that creates for me places me in a position where I'm literally happiest, hanging out with sweet people, mad locations, cool cars, living like, Dan Bilzerian.
I think I saw about 8 Lamborghinis coming down the street.
Yeah, that's it. So it's just the opportunities that you don't get normally. You can't normally do in your day-to-day life. Sometimes I can do just because I've got a camera. I'm like, yeah, sweet. Yeah, come into my, $30 million mansion. Yeah, no worries. Jump in my Lambo, go for a drive. Like,
no.
What, just because I've got a camera? All right, sick. Let's do it. Like,
you seem like, I don't know, you don't seem like a guy that has hidden agendas. You seem to just go.
Yeah, I do. That's it. Let's just go. I think that's it.
I have hidden agendas sometimes, but you just seem like, I like your style. Like, you can't formulate that with everybody, but you seem to just kind of, I don't know what it is. You just, thanks, I'll take that. Yeah, I'm coming along.
Yeah, have a crack.
Wow, you want to use me for photos? Okay.
Yeah, sick. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that in you.
It's just throwing yourself in the deep end. Like, I'm always kind of sometimes thinking about what's the worst that could happen. And at the end of the day, the worst that could happen is probably the best that could happen. Because you'll either, live and learn, or some opportunity will come. So why not?
So you've taken that on, and it seems like you seem to be the guy they're calling in around the fitness industry at the moment. Is that true in saying that? I know there's plenty of others, but you seem to be the guy that if you have done the hard work and you want some nice photos, or you've been both in career maybe, or in mindset, or in your body, and you feel like you're probably safe to be around, to bring the camera around and get the best out of them, you seem to be the person they're calling. And how do you approach each photo thing? Like, do you have the same template, or you just go with what you see?
That's the thing. It's like
Because you seem to train when you feel like you want to train. When you walk in, you go, right, what am I doing today? So is that the same thing when you walk into a photo shoot?
That's exactly right. I'm just huge on going with the flow, but kind of directing that pathway. So for me, because I'm so passionate and I love it so much, I'm by far not the best photographer. I fucked up so many times, had so many times when I'm like, oh, I've got no idea what's going on, but anyways, let's just make it up and I'll pose with you. And for me, I think it's because I'm involved in industry. I understand posing to some degree. I understand angles, and just knowing those aspects probably helps to relate with the model that I'm working with. And for me, I'm just a pretty like carefree dude that takes a piss and has a laugh.
I reckon also what you do. And you know what? That's the reveal. I'm going to reveal.
Oh, go on.
Right?
Yeah, get it.
Ready? I'm going to tell the world. Someone pull the curtain. You, on your days off, are always working on bettering yourself. And I'll put down money. You said you listen to a podcast. Could be about mindset. You're probably looking and amazed by a certain photographer, and you're probably sitting back going through we don't have pretty much magazines, but flicking through. You're probably mesmerized by something or someone. So you're always on the search to be enlightened. And I think that's when you bring it into yourself and you go, you know, I can try that. I don't think I'm as good as him, but thank you for showing that angle. Like, fuck, I didn't know you can do that. Is that true?
Exactly right. And you've got to work with people, not against people.
And I feel like you also, your days off, you said that they're not days off to just fucking...
No chance.
I guess you're not going to sit on the couch because you always say get off the fucking couch. But you are like, yeah, it's my day off at the gym. Yeah, I'm going to be sitting in a cafe drinking a feminine almond latte, almond cappuccino. But you're probably on your phone studying a few things, wanting to improve something about you. And that is rest day, but fun day, but not your full-time day, which is your gym, I guess, your photo shoots and being a parent, whatever you're doing. But you're always looking to improve and sharpen your tools a bit. Is it?
Absolutely anything and everything that I'm passionate about.
Everything, yeah.
I'll do really good. Things that I'm not passionate about, I'm absolutely useless.
Yeah, but I think that's your day off, I think, and that's where I'm saying is...
It is continuous. There's no days off.
There's no days off, you're saying.
But that's what I love. I literally sit on the couch and then I'm like, fuck, all right, I'm bored. Like, I'm going to do. That's just me. Everyone's different.
I was booking people last night up until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, the podcast going forward. I love sitting at my desk. My office is my lounge room, right? And I've got the view of the street and all my cars, because I've got a few cars. And I've got my dogs. My dogs are always in the house running around, right? And they're usually popping up for a pat. And I'm talking to Chris. You're always talking to Chris.
You know what, though?
I love it. I don't want to sit in front of the television. I don't even want to sit on the couch. I just love... I've got a swing chair. I've got a bit of artwork around. But it's a fucking mess, my desk.
There's something to say for literally following your dreams, because when you wake up, you want to be motivated, you want to be driven, and you want to be happy to doing what you're doing that day. And if you're not, you're in a shitty job that's 9 to 5. You hate your co-workers. You don't like the labour. It's taking a toll on your body and your mental health. At the end of the day, you're not going to wake up happy. So it's literally just taking a risk and saying, fuck it, I'm going to do this.
No. And I think you've got to say it like... I do look at people that have a 9 to 5 safe job and I think that would be nice. But I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
I can't fucking... I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Okay, so I guess you're doing pretty good. Chris is into photography too. He's doing all right. He's all right.
Expertise, yes.
He's doing okay. He's also set all this kind of studio.
How's the arthritis in your finger going?
Chris is quite interesting. We had
yeah, I know, right?
All right, tell us about the latest cowboy look. Driving back from Broken Hill,
Yep.
that beautiful rainbow in the distance.
Yeah.
Abby Christo,
Yeah.
is she Greek?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll have to ask her.
Because usually Christo is a...
Actually, I think she is now that you say that. She was speaking a little
She could be
Greek.
called Christolopoulos.
Yeah, maybe she is. I'll have to ask her.
Abby Christo. She's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
We love our Greeks. 'Cause I'm...
Yeah.
I think she's a singer.
Yep.
And you were in the film clip. I'm assuming you were in the film clip.
Yeah.
So can you just just tell us about the cowboy look and give us the whole story with Abby and
Yeah.
your role and you dancing on the streets and looking like you're in a film clip. What is this? Is it a movie? Is it a film clip? Is it a music film clip? What is it?
It is a fairy tale love song movie clip.
A fairy tale
Yeah.
love song
Yeah.
movie
Music clip. Music clip.
Did
Yeah.
she write the song?
She does. So she
Come on,
is.
plug her. Come on, let's get her on.
Yeah. Get her on. Get her around here.
Get her Annie.
It's quite funny,
And
actually.
here's Abby.
I went on like a date with her.
A date?
About it was some time ago. We went skateboarding. Fantastic, great
How
chick.
long ago
It was
was that?
amazing. Maybe like 18 months ago.
Hey, everything's happened in the last 2 years for you.
Yeah,
Everything must have been boring before that.
yeah, I know. It's all spiced up.
Jesus Christ, everything's...
Yeah, when I dated, I was like, yeah, sick chick, whatever. Nothing really come more from it. And then she was like, right, I need a jacked up cowboy, and essentially they've got to play the role where my mum tells me that he's really bad for me, and the song's called "I Shouldn't Be Doing This." So, which is kind
who
of
was
like,
the first person she called?
yeah, good question.
It's all right.
So yeah, it's just like
She picked you, yes?
yeah, she picked me, and she writes all her songs, and she's kind of looking to move to Nashville, and she has like over 1 million views on some of her songs.
Wow,
So
wow.
she's just got this beautiful, incredible kind of voice, and from there I got selected, did this role, and wait till this clip comes out. It was genuinely, and I felt like it myself, in this romantic movie in the outback with the old F-100 truck, dressed as a cowboy, with a beautiful part-time girlfriend.
On and off girlfriend.
Yeah, with the sunsets and
You cut her name in half, the surname Papadopoulos.
yeah, that's it sorted out.
Oh, yeah, so... Yeah, you love the camera. You're a natural. Have you, as acting, modeling, is that your next journey?
Well, interesting you say that, because
I'm interested.
I was
when I say that.
on a movie set with Ryan Gosling for Fall Guy coming out next year. Essentially,
You were?
I was his bodyguard. Yeah,
On the movie.
on the movie. Yeah,
Have you done? Are you part time?
I don't speak in the role.
Thank God.
They don't use me much for my
But
looks.
what I mean is, have you done acting classes?
Nah.
What do you do? Extras? You just go do extra?
Essentially, that's all it was. It's just a simple extras role, but got to be the.
So
the
you played his bodyguard.
Yep.
Do they tell you what to do, or they just say be a bodyguard?
Yeah, so they'll tell you your movement of where you have to go, what you got to do, and it was pretty short. There's not a lot of Hollywood about it. I literally got in a lift, went up a lift to the 15th story, and that was pretty much it. But still, I was like, that's pretty sweet. I was chatting to the guys there, seeing all the stuntmen, and I was like, I want to do what you do. They're like, yeah, man.
Now you want to be a stuntman?
They're like, yeah, you just go and do your tickets for like 18 months, and then you just apply and go on different sets. And I was like, sick. I want to be a stuntman. So stay tuned. I reckon that will be a little future direction for me. I love flips, adventure, anything that's a bit scary.
My niece, she just got married in Greece, is... Did I show you that movie? No, his name is Troy Honey something. His name is Troy. He teaches at NIDA. But he did a short film. He's a stuntman too.
Yep. Pretty cool.
He's pretty fit too.
Yep.
Like, I don't think he's not into bodybuilding, but he looks amazing. Rides motorcycles.
Yep.
But he even knows how to do ballet.
Yeah.
He's a stuntman.
Yeah, balance.
He is amazing. The flips, the this, the that, the crashing, just amazing. So wow, you are an interesting character. We could. Do you think we could do a reality TV show with this guy? Could he be the next Calvin whatever his name is.
A farmer wants a wife.
I think we do. Yeah, I think we might be onto something.
Or Brokeback Mountain style. Farmer wants a husband.
Yeah. Maybe
He does it all.
Farmer wants a goat. Farmer wants a goat.
Apparently, I've got to milk the goat to get
to get Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt. So
all right. So, Abby Christou, her film clip's coming out soon.
Yeah.
And you're the lover boy on the in the film clip.
I am. Yeah, cowboy.
Yeehaw. That's great. Okay. All right. We spoke about you competing. Yes. We spoke about that. What have you learned from comps before that you take into this one? What changes, attitudes need? Any secrets that you'd want to share with us? Like, you've done a comp. Mm-hmm. What's the difference with this comp now? What changes now? Because before you went in with a real novice mindset.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit natural. Didn't stress about it. Didn't go over the top about it. You went in. They told you to do this. You got a trophy. It seemed easy. And you did it with, a routine. What's this one? What's going on with this one? Is this one like, are you hungrier?
I am. Yeah, 100%. Like, for me to reach that next level, it's going, all right, where are my weaknesses and how I'm going to fix them? Mm-hmm. So it's easy to work on your strengths. You know, you got big arms. Go in the gym, train arms every day. Simple. Got shit legs. Something I'm working on.
Yeah.
Go in there. It's hard. Yeah, so it's literally about building and working on those weaknesses. And for anyone that's kind of doing a comp, I'd say that, it is going to be tough. You're going to go through the roller coaster of the ups and downs.
I'd love to do a comp one day, but I'm afraid now. I don't know why, but go on.
Well, we've got the beauty contest. That's what it's called. World Beauty, Fitness and Fashion. So maybe that's up your alley.
Won that. Like, it's in the bag. Don't need to diet. Just turn up. Give them attitude.
Oh, you spilt something over there, mate.
You're funny. You're a funny guy. But yeah, okay, so tell us, you've done a comp.
Yeah.
What's different with this one? You're hungrier. You're talking about people going to comp. What's going to change here? And what you're working on your weaknesses?
Yeah. So this time,
because you can't forget about your strengths either. Because if you got to try to play your strong points.
I think the moustache has gotten to the maximum anabolic strength potential. But
okay.
Yeah, it's just a case of want to get insanely lean and conditioned this time.
What gets you insanely lean then?
Finding a complete balance of your macros, getting the right cardio without minimizing your amount of muscle loss. It's this huge balance, which is really difficult because
the big guns in America find it, don't they? But
they are weapons.
They're weapons. That's what I'm saying. So you're looking for that,
100%, and to get to that insane competition level leanness without losing too much muscle.
It's timing.
It's just nutrition. Like it's a piece of artwork of chemistry, and
it is.
How do you get it right? Like it's trial and error, years of experience, and
I see it. It's some have it, and some don't.
Yep. Yep.
So is that what you're doing? You're trying to time it right. You're trying to work on your weaknesses. Is it knowing where you're at?
Yep, that's exactly right. And it's just mentality once again. Is just being optimistic about fucking everything I can be. You have a shit day, it's like, well, this is what it's about. And then learning to love that, being like, I'm hungry, but this is the gains of the hunger. This is where it's going to come. Like, let's rock and roll.
Yeah, I was listening to this guy on TikTok today on my walk, and he said the amount of water and meals during the day, how many meals you've got to have. He reckons he's a trainer, right? He says he's a morning person type of trainer. So he says you eat from 7 o'clock till 7 o'clock, non-stop.
Yeah.
Because you're just eating every 2 hours.
Yeah.
He goes, eat 1 hour, water next hour.
Yeah.
Eat next hour, water next hour. Eat next hour, water hour. Like it was insane the way he spoke about it. He goes, that I actually don't make you that hungry.
Yeah.
That you actually get to the comp. And he reckons that from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. and he reckons training on an empty stomach is going to give you everything. This is his, I don't know if I've given you a tip or anything, but have a listen. I'll give you the information on this guy. I don't think he's done an Olympia or anything, but the way he spoke, I resonated with it. He did.
Yep.
It wasn't about macros. He said it's so different from your height to your weight to everything. We seem to have one numbers we're using.
Yeah.
But he goes, it's different from you being 6'2" and 90 kilos or 5'11", 100 kilos, whatever it is. But he spoke about 7 till 7. He just said, it's all food, man.
Yeah.
He goes, and he said there's no such thing as a deficit.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, you want muscle, you need food.
Yeah.
He
That's
true.
true.
Kept saying, you want muscle, you need food. You want muscle, you need food. So he's on this, like he reckons you have 10 meals a day, nearly. Or, well, I guess it's 12 hours. There's 6 meals in that, maybe. But he's talking about, he's saying about, yeah, but he goes, he increases it further because you're having 10 meals a day with me. And he said, and you're hydrating a lot, like water, food. That's all you're doing all day. Water, food. Straight through, training on empty stomach.
Yeah.
7 o'clock finish, going to bed on empty stomach. And he goes, all the magic happens.
Yeah.
He goes, I just make you eat inside 12 hours.
So it's interesting because everyone's so different. And I was thinking about this recently.
That was the only one, sorry, I did this morning and I remember old days.
Yeah.
Back in the early 90s, that's how we trained. We always trained on big empty stomachs and we never went to bed eating. Like it was just different. And I promise you, we were all very muscular.
Yeah.
Like even the guys that weren't on the juice and guys that did not, in the gym, to be honest, 2 guys probably competed. 1.
Yeah.
The gym was just meatheads going for it.
Yeah.
There wasn't, no one really, when we went to shows, bodybuilding shows, all right, there's 12 guys and that weight division next week. And thanks for coming. And Doreen Yates came to do a guest post.
Yep.
Because that's what I'm saying. It was just, now it's a spectacle, but it was really different. Like we all looked like we could compete. It was just a different style of training back then anyway. But yeah, you were saying something about what I just said?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what I've learned interestingly as well. It's like you got 2 people, right? You got someone who's a bit more on the overweight side, hasn't kind of built up that level of muscle yet, and how much they can eat in comparison to like putting on fat as opposed to me is so different. It's like, yeah, I might be a hell of a lot leaner, a hell of a lot more muscular, but I could probably eat nearly twice as them and not put on any more fat, whereas they will explode. And it's like, it comes down to how much muscle you have, because the more muscle you have, the more calories your muscles are burning and using. So it's kind of funny, this trade-off. It's like the fitter you get, the easier it becomes to some degree.
Yeah,
Like
but I did know that when I trained in the 90s, and we only trained for summer, man, and go to the Gold Coast, pretty much. It was summer looking amazing, eating lean, like spring came, 12 weeks out. That's how it was. But autumn and winter, there was just eat and fucking lift.
Yep.
And we're talking about, sometimes, in all seriousness, you had a whole chicken for lunch.
Yeah.
A whole chicken for the whole, like even in 2 sittings, like maybe you ate it at 12 o'clock and at 2 o'clock you eat the other half.
Yep.
It was, you go in there and you go, yeah, a whole chicken, cut it and ate. Like even now I ate a half a chicken.
Yep.
But I might not have anything with it. Like I don't have the fried rice and I don't do that. I don't have chips, but it was, and I had winter clothing and I had summer clothing.
Yeah.
It was literally
Simple.
I had winter clothing.
Yep.
And I had summer clothing because I couldn't fit into the summer clothing during winter. So it was all bulk up clothing, like bigger polo shirts, bigger hoodies, bigger whatever. And summer, it was all the lean wear.
Yeah.
Like Levi's, back then it was 501s and it was, the 32s or a 30.
Yep.
And in winter, it was a 36.
Yeah, there you go.
It was just,
change.
but you still had the same shape.
Shredding.
You still had the same shape though, but you're just bigger.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was a lot. That's all I knew. It was funny. And when you said, you maintain your muscle, you just maintain bigger.
Yeah.
So in other words, like I said, show was finished, but you still looked big but muscular.
Yeah.
And that's how, I don't know, it was good. So you know what you're doing for this show, obviously, but there is a difference to the last show, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely. Just a lot
more
more
Eye of the Tiger on
structured, goal orientated. And
yeah.
I've got a bit of a focus this time. So.
Okay. Well, that's good. What have we got here? Before any changes, we said that. All right, we're going to go over the body. We're doing the body. You ready? Now,
The body.
The body. What we do here is we get Chris naked in the middle here, right?
Yep.
And we talk about his weaknesses, and we always start from the waist down.
He's got 2 legs. They're his weakness, but his third one's his strength.
Oh, he's Macedonian, and when you hear him talk in Macedonian, they sound like hitmen.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
checks
so
out.
Be careful, mate. All right, let's go through the body. I'm going to mention the whole body. All we say is give us an exercise,
Yeah.
right? Reps and sets.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say for each one, why? Because we chop it up, and some people don't listen to the whole podcast. Who
Yeah.
knows? So we're going to start with the traps. Do you train traps?
Oh, no chance.
Fuck. Do you train traps?
They
So
give
you
like...
put it on repeat, yeah.
That's probably the most expressive exercise you can do. If you ever see anyone doing form of shrugs, it's always like... That's probably the most expressive exercise I've seen.
Me, buddy. That's me.
Yeah?
I'm very expressive. You're a
Bring a bit of character. Do you make the noises too? Is that how it goes?
I know what I do. I pretend that I'm getting pulled over by the police, and they ask me, have I been drinking? And I go, no, officer. That wasn't me. Right, so that's what I do. All right, let's go to delts. Delts. What do you train?
Yeah, I love the old cable crossover. Swing
Crossover,
it back,
yep.
mind-muscle connection, keep it nice and light.
Sets and reps? Light? Okay, light.
Light,
Sets.
high reps, 20 to 30.
Wow, yeah.
Just really squeezing.
Feeling
That's exactly
How
right.
many sets?
You burn it 3.
3.
Yep.
Oh, I like that. Okay, and side delts?
Side delts is, just have to be... I love the old dumbbells, huge drop set, just of basically 10 reps of your lateral raise.
10, 3 times.
Yep, just dropping weight.
Dropping weight. Okay,
Yep.
so you're going a bit heavy, then dropping weight a bit heavier, but just trying to keep the 10 there. And what about front delts?
Yeah, front delts.
Don't flex your chest too much, buddy. I'm watching a bit of bouncing going on.
Yeah, there's a bit there,
Used
isn't
to be
there?
able to bounce.
Didn't win my bra today.
Used to be able to bounce. Yeah.
Yeah, front delts. I don't actually train front delts probably enough.
You don't have to say anything if you don't want.
Yeah, so let's just. I normally switch it up between your side raise, front raise, side
All right,
raise.
well, front raise will be
so
your
it
front
comes
delts,
2 in 1.
Yes, yeah. Well, let's say you did front raise. What would the reps and sets be on that?
It's much the same. It's always higher rep, around 20 rep range.
Okay.
3 sets,
Okay.
drop sets.
Now we started this
Pushing out.
podcast, me and Chris, to get free personal training advice. Now we're going to get jacked up, man. This information. Chest. Give us 2 exercises for chest
Yep.
and sets and reps. 2 exercises. So what's a good chest exercise for incline style,
Yep.
upper chest or lower? Give us 2. Because I find like when I say give me a chest exercise, they go, when I say lower chest, I don't know. It sounds like it's the whole chest when it's lower. The upper chest is your...
Yep. So my go-to for upper chest, incline, dumbbells. What do you want? You want time under tension. You want maximum range of movement, and you want a weight that you can manage to continue to get that stimulus without using your shoulders. So
Fuck, I've noticed that stuff, yes.
ultimately with that, I'll do 1.5 reps. So fully come down for 1 rep, back up, and then back down, half a rep and hold, back up. So it becomes
Okay,
like
so
this movement.
full,
So
half, full.
That's exactly
half.
right.
All right, how many?
you'll get 8
reps?
of each. So 8 half, 8 full.
8 half, 8 fulls. Okay, and sets.
Yep, 3 sets. Yeah, absolutely knackered.
3 sets. And
Yep.
another chest exercise.
Yep. So I love to use anything kind of pin loaded. So machine chest press. Typically with that, it's fast and efficient. Just drop your pin. So just pushing out, drop set, start at maximum weight. 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps till you absolutely max out.
So that's more than 3 sets. It's like
5.
6.
5, yep.
Oh, 5.
Till
5.
failure.
All right, till failure. Okay. Abs.
Yep.
What's your favourite ab exercise?
So it'll be you got the bench at an incline or decline essentially, and
Decline.
leg raises.
Leg raises.
Decline leg raises. Yep.
Decline leg raises. Do you find you have to really be careful you're not using your back and finding the crunching of the abs in that? You've got to really focus in, don't you, with that one?
Yeah, you do. And it's like most exercises, it's kind of like rolling up newspaper to some degree, just keeping that core really tight.
I'll tell you what I've realised that I've never had really good shoulders, and I realised that I was using a lot of my traps in the lift. You have to keep your traps down to bring your delts up.
Yep, compensation.
So in other words, I probably, and isn't that funny? Even decades of training, you still realise you're like,
always learning.
Always learning. Tricep.
Yeah, love cable tricep extension. Squeeze and hold down the bottom for 2 seconds before moving back up in that full range of movement. And if you bang that out for about 20 reps with no cheating reps, just making sure you squeeze them at maximum contraction.
20 reps, how many sets?
Typically 3 is just more than enough.
Okay, that's what usually.
Yeah.
Bicep?
Yeah, bicep. Typically training with a partner, machine, bicep curl with assisted slow eccentrics. So once you've maxed out on 8 reps of your normal full range of movement, you get your mate to hold it and pulling it down so you're resisting up against that weight to get that maximum stretch. So you typically do your first 8 reps and then you do as many as you can till you fail.
How many sets?
So that'd be 3 as well. Typically keep it on the 3.
You know what I've noticed is a good one as well? Incline.
Yep.
Sit down. Let the arms and the shoulders go down. Relax. Pull back a little bit and then bring the bicep in.
Yeah.
And that's a really good
that range of movement. Yep.
Yeah, range of movement. But that one, it's. Are you talking about even it being like on a preacher curl?
Yeah.
The one you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 8, 3 sets, and then maybe 8 resistance. You're gonna say no. This is one. Forearms. Do you train forearms?
Every morning.
Okay, mate.
And you said my left is bigger than my right.
You just told us you weren't horny in the morning. How does that happen?
Oh,
there
well.
You're there forever.
Yeah, twice a day, every day. That's all right.
That's why they're big.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But that's quads. Give us 2 exercises with quads because I find there's a different one for your teardrop because you got. I know there's the big quad. You want to have those thumpers out there, but that teardrop is magic. Yeah. So what would you do for like that magic teardrop or that? Like I said, 2 exercises.
2 exercises can't go past leg extension. So
leg extension is good.
Seated leg extension, up full range of movement, hold for 2 seconds, and then you pump out 5 reps fast, and then you do your 5 slow half reps. So it's just an absolute burner. It's a different way of training, and I've developed that to hypertrophy. Is as I said, you time under tension, mind and muscle connection, and maximising the amount of stimulus you can.
I think and how many sets in that?
So by the 3rd set, you pretty well. If that's even that's your first, you're like, I want to go home now. That'll do.
Yeah, no, I already want to go home listening to it.
Yeah.
And what about another one?
Yeah.
Quads.
So I've really got around the hack squat.
Yeah.
Lately, it's becoming a pretty big trend these days.
Yeah, I saw you doing hack squat. You got a post recently. With
crying on it. Yeah.
I was looking at your form. You can improve on your form, by the way. I'm just letting you know that.
Oh, that's all right. We got picked up on that by the coach too. That was an ego thing. The more heavier it goes, you start cutting the reps a bit, but no more apparently.
I'm not a personal trainer, but mate, I saw it. Saw that lift on the buttocks area there. It was just very slight.
That big booty, hey? It just gets in the way sometimes.
Well, talking about booty, might as well go. What about glutes? Oh, hacks. Oh, sorry. The hack squat.
Yep.
How many sets, reps?
Yeah, so typically 3 sets. On the last set, though, you'll do a drop set. So it ends up being 4 sets, around about your 10 rep range.
Okay. Since we're talking about gluteus, do you train the glutes?
Nah.
No?
I probably should.
I don't know.
But I guess they...
All right, so let's just say, all right, you don't train your glutes, but you there's a girl watching, and she's watching, and she's saying, I want JFit to train me, but, what's his ideas on glutes? So what would you, since all girls like to train the glutes?
Yeah,
I'd
say there's this chick on TikTok and Instagram called B. She's probably got some of the best glutes in the world. Go and have a chat with her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
B?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think she's doing to have such great glutes?
She just trains them like every 2nd or 3rd day.
Yeah.
Kickbacks, like RDLs, all different deficit movements.
Mm-hmm. Why does everybody, when they're doing a bicep curl, the girls, we've got to see their glutes at the same time?
It's so funny. It's literally like filming from that down upwards angle that just hits all those angles.
Hey guys, I'm doing a bicep curls.
That's exactly
right. You're going to watch from behind.
Yeah.
And the camera's down low.
Yeah.
And you're probably not going to see me doing the bicep curls, but I'm doing bicep curls.
That's what happens. That's the way of the world.
Is it the way of the world?
Because you know what would happen if they just posted them doing this?
Yeah.
No interaction, nothing. It's not going anywhere. So get that booty in, girls.
It's working. It's working. It's got me. I hope my girlfriend didn't hear that. Hammies.
Yep.
Give us an example.
Love a good RDL.
RDL, huh?
Even,
I haven't really done
deficit
RDLs, but what is the secret with an RDL? Because it just looks like you grab the bar and you're doing a bit of a
Yeah,
move and you come back up. But to me, when I watch RDLs, and I'm impatient, you have to be patient with RDLs. Is that true? You've got to be very patient with it. Like
slow control.
Yeah.
Hinging
that's
at the
why
hips.
I don't do it, because I can't be fucked.
Yeah, breathing and just kind of flowing through it.
So
RDLs and your machine hamstring curls. You can't go past them.
What, seated or lying?
Lying.
The lyings are famous.
Just literally getting in as tight as you can to your glutes and holding and squeezing. It's a cramping.
I think the lying one
movement.
is always going to be the secret.
Yeah, you get to have a breather as well. You kind of see sometimes to get the bite marks on the bench. Just, come on, bro.
Also, it's the one that's got the most sweat of your face, and then you don't even.
Yeah.
Or you come after somebody else and you go, "What the fuck, bro? Get me the Windex. Get me the sprays." All right. So, how many sets and reps?
Yeah. So RDL's kind of 10 to 12, 3 sets. Once again.
And what about lying? We will just make lying down.
Yeah, I like to hit it like around 15 more so, and 4 to 5 sets.
Ooh,
getting that squeeze in.
All right. What about calves?
Yeah. So just if you got a donkey calf machine, as long as you make the noises as you do it.
Do you know the gym I go to, and most gyms I've gone to, from Fitness First to Hardcore, I do not know why they don't have a donkey press. And I grew up in the gyms. I trained at a gym called Mitsos Gym.
Yep.
He was a Mr. Australia. He did compete overseas with some of the best, right? Donkey press was donkey press and seated leg press.
Yeah,
that was it. We didn't even sit on the bench and do leg press. That gets on the leg press and pushes up to do calves.
Yep.
We had seated calf races.
Yep.
And donkey press.
Yep.
And so you reckon donkey press?
Yeah, it's pretty good if you know how to use it properly
and
effectively.
Yeah, how many sets, reps?
It's for calves. It's always a lot more, so around the 20 to 30 kind of rep range, 5 sets, because you're walking on the things all day. So
how many calf exercises do you reckon you should do? Like 2, 3?
I'll just do 2.
2, okay.
But try to get a bit more consistent, like 3 times a week.
Everyone talks, and I've realised I can say my calves are stubborn. It's only because I don't train them enough.
Yeah.
Do you train tibialis?
That's the stupidest machine I've ever seen. No chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Ronnie Coleman said he does use it, but that's another story.
I'll go and kick a footy instead.
All right, well, look, we've come to the end now. This is your chance. Tell everyone where they can find you in person, any websites, your photography, websites, social, sponsors. Spit it out.
Yeah, sweet. So find me, JFit _ WBFF Pro and JFit Photography if you want a little snappy snap. I just want a huge shout out to the sponsors. Puff Macro's been sorting all my meals out, which is incredible.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so that's been awesome for me. And then I've got RightAware, sorts me out with clothing, and then Grow Nutrition sorts me out with a bunch of sups. And then we've got Kyle Raggio, the coach, who's just kept me on track and held accountable. So cheers to you guys. And
awesome. And anywhere in person?
Anywhere in person?
Yeah, like where do they see you in person?
Oh, commonly in my budgie smugglers walking down Coogee Beach with an ice cream in hand, Ben and Jerry's. But for the next however long, where won't be the case. It'll be with a bit of celery.
Celery, yeah. It's an ice cream with a celery stick in it. Well, you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure. You're a really nice guy, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Appreciate your time too, guys. Get around the Muscle Talks podcast.
Yeah.
Heaps to come.
Heaps to come.